Welcome to Girl Talk. My name is Caroline and I'm going to be your host today. And we are going to embark on a journey together, and it's called a renewal journey. What does that mean? We're going to be renewed and renew our mind and the way we think, and let God be the one to change us and transform us and not rely on ourselves. So we are going to break the cycle that we have been so accustomed to. And it's why willpower alone is not going to change us. And what does that mean? Willpower is we do everything on our own and not invite God into our journey. We think that we have the power to transform ourselves. If you've struggled with that, you're not alone. We all struggle with it. Because maybe you've tried to break a bad habit, start a new routine, or even strengthening your faith on your own by doing more. And you only find yourself slipping back into old patterns. You've tried so hard, you attend more liturgies, you fast, but you still go back to your old habits. Why does this happen? Because willpower alone is never enough. Unfortunately, we live in a culture that glorifies self-improvement. And it's all about what we can do to make changes. There's always new diets to follow. There are so many self-help books and personal development plans. And it's all about the self, and it's all about us making changes. But here's the truth. Self-effort can only take us so far. We will make progress. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. We might make progress and we don't realize it's just temporarily. Because transformation is not our job. It's not about behavior modification. It's about heart transformation. And why cannot willpower alone change us? Because sin is not just a bad habit. Sin is actually a condition of the heart. There is no amount of effort that can change what is broken within us. We don't have the power. We need a power that is greater than ourselves. Jesus said in John 15, verse 5, I am the true vine and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. We cannot do anything without God. We don't need more self-discipline. We need more of Jesus Christ. He is the only source of our strength. And without him, our best efforts will fall short. And I'm not telling you to stop trying. I'm telling you to make room for Christ to work in you. One of the most significant barriers to transformation, and listen to this carefully, is that we try to do it all by ourselves. We think, I will change if I try harder, if I work longer, if I make better decisions. But that's like trying to power a car without fuel and without putting gas in it. When we rely on willpower instead of God's power, we are going to burn out. We run into spiritual burnout. We become exhausted. We become so frustrated because we try to be good enough. And it's not enough. We start to feel guilty. And guilt is not a feeling that comes from God. We begin to feel like failures when we fall back into old habits. Temporary success is like making progress that doesn't last because the heart never changed. In order for us to truly be transformed from within, we need to rely more on God and less on ourselves. But we're so accustomed to doing everything by ourselves in order to be recognized because we live in a world where we rely on rewards and accolades. We fail to realize that transformation was always God's work. It was never our work. We don't invite the Holy Spirit to renew our mind daily. We don't invite the Holy Spirit to help us. We don't even ask the Holy Spirit to help us fast, because we think by fasting and sacrificing and we rely on ourselves that we are going to conquer it and we're going to succeed. We fail to realize that we cannot do it without God's help. So I want us to trust more. I want us to ask God to enter into our transformation more. And I want you this week to really focus more and letting the Lord, our God, who is powerful, who is mightier than us, to guide every step. I want to share something with you today about how my day started. I had plans for today, especially when it came to recording this episode for you. And I had a plan. And I had this whole episode recorded and planned and written to share my day with you. But I prayed in the morning and I said, Lord, guide my day. Where are you taking me today? And God took me into very different places that were not part of this episode. But nothing happens by accident. And the way my morning started, I knew was part of God's plan to also share this with you today, because I want to encourage you. My morning started by going to a little child's basketball game. And it was at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we were exhausted. But you know what was so special about watching this little girl play basketball today? 6 years ago, this girl was born premature. We weren't sure if she was going to make it. We didn't know if she was going to even survive and live. And if she did, we didn't know what she was going to live with and how she was going to live. But watching this little 6-year-old girl play today reminded me of when we, 6 years ago, as a church community, prayed for Abuna Paul and Sherry Gergis's little girl, Ava, when she was in the NICU. That we as a church came together and prayed and begged God to heal this little baby and to give her a long life and to return her home to be with her 3 brothers and her parents. And what the Lord showed me today is that the faith of our church community 6 years ago, coming together and relying on God and God alone to heal this little girl and save her, showed me this morning and reminded me of the miracle that happened 6 years ago. That she is running around and playing basketball. And she is healthy. And she is vibrant. And she's in kindergarten. So I want to leave you with that today. I want you to just be. Just rest. And let God open your eyes to see the miracles that you are surrounded by that you don't even realize. And what happens when you step aside and let go of you trying and let God do the work in you and around you. I was very happy to start my morning today before coming here to record this episode, because the Lord blessed me immensely through that basketball game this morning. I look forward to seeing you in our next episode, where we're going to continue this renewal journey. See you then.